it's Dr. Sandra. We're going to be doing a really great floor exercise for strengthening your core, if you want to call it that, though it's really the whole body that's going to be involved. But that's super trendy, so hopefully that grabs your attention and you're coming to refuel your body with some movement, some nutritious movement. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. You're going to need to be either on your bed or on the floor. The floor is better, so practice getting up and getting back down, always a good thing. We are going to start on our backs, so when you come down onto your back, you can either come onto your side and come down, or you can work your core muscles and slowly roll down, vertebra by vertebra. And then before you come all the way down, roll up again and try to keep your feet flat on the mat. So you can do that like 2 or 3 times, rolling down and coming back up. We'll do one more, all the way down, good, and back up. And then this time we'll go all the way down. So rolling all the way down, bringing those arms up back behind you. You're gonna stretch your legs, stretch your arms, wiggle, 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 stretch it out. Pull one knee in towards your chest. Keep those shoulders away from your ear. Circle your ankle. And we'll do the other side. Just warming up a little bit. All right. So if you are familiar with the Pilates 100, we'll start with that. It's a really great warm-up. So you can start with your legs in this tabletop position. If you are more advanced, you can bring your legs straight up, squeezing the backs of the inner thighs together. And if you're really advanced, you can lower those legs down, okay? I'm just gonna show this modified position. You wanna press your low back into the mat. Exhale, bring your head up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they call it the Pilates 100 because you're supposed to do 100 breaths. We're not gonna do 100 breaths today, but that is something you can definitely work up to on your own time, okay? So you can feel yourself getting hot, right? The blood is circulating in your face and your chest and your arms. You can feel that heat, and that's why we start with the Pilates 100, because it is a great warm-up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to show also, if it's bothering your low back, you can keep your feet on the ground. And if your neck's bothering you, then lower your head down, rest. And then when you feel strong again, exhale and come up and really stack your ears over your shoulders. Go ahead and rest, pull everything in. You can rock from side to side. You can stretch those arms out, basically just kind of warming up your body a little bit. Good, then we're just gonna lift and lower the hips. You can keep your arms by your side. I just think it feels good to keep my arms overhead, so I'm gonna keep them here, but if you want to, just keep them down by your side. So I'm pushing into my whole foot. I'm lifting my hips up. I'm trying not to squeeze my glutes, and I'm trying to keep my knees hip width apart, so I'm not splaying them open like this. I'm pretending I'm squeezing a block. An even better idea would be to put a pillow or a block or a ball between your knees. 4 more, 3, 2, we're gonna keep it up here, and then we're gonna lift the feet. And I don't want you to lift your feet very high at all. And I also want you to keep your hips nice and level. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, great job. 7, 6, the trick is to push down into the leg that you're balancing on. 3, 2, and 1, come on down. Good, stretch those legs out, stretch the arms. Good, maybe walk them over to the side. And walk over to the other side. So we're stretching the side body. Good, we're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna come onto our side. So here we're gonna do a side plank. You can keep the knees bent and lift the hips up, okay? If you're a little more advanced, you can straighten the legs and lift the hips up, and also bring that top leg up, okay? So I'm just gonna show a modified version. You can come down and up. Good. Then we're going to come onto our tummy. So we're going to come on down. We're going to bring our hands by our rib cage. We're going to inhale and come up and exhale. inhale. And so you're just lengthening here. I don't want you to think about straining or pressing up really high. Think about lengthening through the spine, through your feet, through your legs. Your arms can be long by your side, or you can keep them here. I don't really want you to press into your hands and push up here. I want you to just use your back muscles without your arms. Try to keep your head in a neutral position, so looking down towards the mat. Last one, hold, and if you want to, you can add some swimming arms. Drawing your abdominals in, keep going, and then take a break if you need to. Otherwise, see if you can do some swimming here. Coming up as high as you can, pointing those toes, lengthening. Here's 10, 9, breathing deeply, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. You can rest on your feet. What we're going to do next is press ourselves up into a, you can either go on your knees or your toes. So you're going to bring your forearms on the floor, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to think about blowing out a candle like 2-3 feet below you in the floorboards. And that movement is going to press you up either onto your knees or you can go on your toes. I want you to try to come up in one movement. Okay, so it looks like this. You can try it with me. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming down. You want to go on your toes, exhale. So you're using your whole core to come up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Remember, you can come on your knees. I'll demonstrate that one. Inhale, exhale. Very nice. And then you can go ahead and rest. Just breathe, stretch it out a little bit, relax. So I know we have to do the other side, but I want to do, let's come onto our hands and knees and spread your fingers. Bring your knees underneath your hips and you're gonna bring the shoulder blades together and away. Keep your neck nice and neutral. If this bothers your wrists, you can come up higher onto a chair or a bench, and then we're going to roll the shoulders both directions. Good, and then you're going to walk your hands forward and sit back a little bit, dropping your head, breathing. You can walk it over to the left and walk it over to the right. Then we're going to come up and we're going to bring the left foot forward. So we're curling the back toe under. We're just stretching. I know you can't see me. We're stretching the hip flexor here. Okay, so you're here. If you want to try to lift up, you can come up and go a little bit deeper, leaning back, stretching that hip flexor. Good, we'll do the other side. So you're here, stretching your other hip flexor. And if you want to, curling the toes under, lifting up. So big balance, sink down to that hip, lean back a little bit, maybe bring those arms up. Good, and then we're gonna turn wide-legged. You're gonna fold forward, drop it down. Take it over to one side, stretching out those inner thighs, the backs of the legs, take it over to the other side. And if you can't reach down all the way, just hold on to a chair, whatever is comfortable for you, maybe some blocks. Come back to center, just drop it down, bend your knees. We're slowly gonna come back up. We're gonna walk the feet together. Good. And then we're gonna come back down and we're gonna do the other side. So we're coming on to the other side with our knees bent. Maybe it's your left, maybe it's your right. And we're gonna lift the hips up and come back down. So you can hold it up there. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can straighten the legs or bring the top leg up. Okay, and we're just gonna hold the modified position. Good, then we're gonna come down and we're gonna go onto our backs. Stretch it out. We're gonna go into the roll up. So we're gonna inhale, bring the arms up, chin to chest, chest over the rib cage over the belly, reaching long. Inhale, slowly coming back down. So try like 2 or 3 of these. If you need to, you can bend your knees and like pull yourself up. And then straighten the legs and fold over. Good, drawing your navel in towards your spine. Do a couple more. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, forward. Nice and slow and controlled. The last one. Slowly coming up, using those abdominal muscles. And back down. Good. Go ahead and bend those knees again. We're going to lift and lower the hips for 10, 9. Keep the knees hip width apart. Nice full deep breaths. Last one, we're going to hold it up here. Hold. If you want to interlace your fingers and press your palms back overhead, that's great. We're just going to hold the hips up. And if you want to stretch your arms at the same time, go for it. You can also do heavy arms out to the side if you have room to do the chest snow angels or floor angels. But keep your hips up. And then if you're up for it, try a little bit of marching. So try not to lift your foot too high up off the floor. Keep those hips nice and level. Not holding the breath. And slowly coming down. Good, pull both knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side. You can circle. In the other direction. Good, and then we're gonna end with just some crunches. You can bring one hand behind the other behind your head. We're gonna lift up and come back down. Lift up and come back down. Try to keep some space between your chin and your chest. Exhale as you come up. 10, 9. You can also bring your knees up if you want to, with your feet up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you're gonna come onto either your side or your tummy and you're gonna grab that ankle. If you can't grab it, you're gonna put your rope or your strap around your ankle, pull your knee in towards your chest, keep those hips nice and level, relax your shoulders, and just stretch the front of that thigh. You can rest your head in your hand. If you feel like you're losing your balance, you can bend that knee a little bit. And then if that's uncomfortable, you can always go on your belly, grab your ankle, keep your head down, keep those knees close together, press your hips gently into the floor, and just feel that quad stretch. Good, so then we'll switch sides, reaching back for the other. Again, if you can't reach your ankle, just grab a strap, put it on your strap, bring it up over your shoulder. You can hold it up here, or you can bring your hand behind and hold it here, okay? So you can either go on your tummy, or you can roll onto your side and grab your ankle this way, trying to line up the knees together. All right, we're gonna come on over. We're gonna press up into hands and knees. We're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'm gonna start with my legs. You can always just do the legs, it's a lot more stable. If you feel comfortable, you can add the opposite arm in. So really lengthen through your spine, draw your ribs in, keep your neck nice and neutral, and then we'll switch. So this is working the whole body. Draw your ribs in, lengthen, 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 point your toes down. You can always cushion your knees extra if you need to. Full deep breaths, try not to hold your breath. Good, we'll do one more on each side. Really push into your hands, lift out of your wrists, lengthen the spine, neck is neutral, point those toes down. Draw the ribs in, draw the abdominals in. Try not to shift the hips too much when you're switching sides. Good, and then we're gonna go into just a little downward dog, a little inversion, so you can curl those toes under, lift your hips up. Maybe walk your feet back a little bit. Really spread those hands, push into your thumbs and your fingers, lift out of the wrists, drop your head. You can bend your knees a lot so your back is nice and straight. And then come out of this whenever you need to. It's a really great stretch for the low back. If you want, you can try to lift one leg up and the other. Just stretching the legs. We're gonna come on down. Good. And we're just gonna do a little stretch. So you might wanna sit on some pillows. You wanna get the flesh out of the way so that your low back isn't round. You want to be, have a straight back, okay? And it should come from your low back and not your upper back. So keep your ribs down, make sure your spine is neutral. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. We're gonna inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then we're gonna exhale and just fold forward. So each time you inhale, think about lengthening through your low back. Each time you exhale, you can fold forward a little bit more or stay right where you are. You can draw the toes back towards you. And you can use a yoga strap as well. So inhale, lengthen through your spine, keep your ribs down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This is really calming for the nervous system. If you are feeling frazzled or anxious, if you do a forward fold, either standing or sitting like this, it's very calming for your nervous system. The trick is to get yourself to the point where you choose to do these nurturing choices versus maybe a pattern or a habit you have for something that's maybe not as healthy of a choice for you. So if you can pause and think, okay, I'm feeling anxious, instead of zoning out in front of the TV or eating this, I'm going to try a forward fold, or I'm going to go for a walk. That's the practice that you want to try to get to. And it's a practice, you know. And the more that you train yourself, the easier it'll be. You'll pick up momentum, and it'll be just a natural thing that you do, just like any habit. Right? So if you want to stretch the inner thighs, you can bring the soles of the feet together and drop the knees down like this. Okay. If you don't want to do it sitting like this, you can lay down and bring the soles of your feet and let your knees drop open. So a little bit different stretch. So I love that you follow along with me, but I want you to feel free to take these exercises and do them throughout your day so that you can just always stay moving, always stay active, and always feel the best that you can in your body in every moment. All right, we will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.